Bastardos. Hey everybody, welcome to Speedy Tuesday. It is Dirk. I am your host. It is Dirk Weekdays on the I'm Bashers channel. And it's Speedy Tuesday, so of course I'm wearing my reduced as I do every Tuesday, as I wore it all day. Always wear a Speedmaster on a Tuesday. How are you all? Let's see who's in the room. Andrew Wolkowicz starting out the show with a bang, as always, Canadian $2. Everything in time. Upvote and subscribe. Hey, you know, it's a very small task. There's a little thumbs up button on the YouTube channel. If you could just hit the thumbs up, that would be wonderful. I actually invited all my Facebook friends, because I never did a cross promotion, because I'm the worst promoter in the world, even though we've been doing this for a while. Coming to you Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Of course, watch Fashion Police on Mondays, and the big classic iBashers on Friday night with Asheen. We did it last Saturday because we had to do a little swap because I had to go to a party. But it's great to see everybody in the room, and thank you for that. Let's start out with a bang. Thank you so much, Andrew. We love you. Andrew, by the way, for you, those of you tuning in for the very first time, is the head cheerleader and or mascot of the iBashers channel. He's here every day with the first super chat. He's the guy that's always promoting. He's the guy that's always asking you to join Patreon, all that great stuff, because it's a little community of kindness we've built here. Some really great people. We hate the haters. We forgive the haters. We ignore the haters, because we're not about that. We're about all the wonderful emails that I get on a daily basis. You send me your pictures, and of course you send those to bashtardirk@gmail.com. You share with me, I share with the world. It could be your cat, your dog, your car, your watch. We started out as a watch-related channel. We have moved on. We're still watch-centric for sure, but we love music and pets and so many other things, and everything that makes your day tick. And also, I was thinking about doing like a grumpy corner, you know, because sometimes you're just having a bad day. You know what I say at the end of the show about people who you have to give them a little bit of slack because maybe they're having a bad day. And that happens. We can't always be joyous and happy and, you know, I'm having my best life and all that great stuff. It doesn't happen to us every day. You know, we go through trials and tribulations, and everybody's got a price to pay. And we just hope we can get through it, and we can get through it easier together on this channel. Thank you so much. Let's see who's in the room. Dave 451 upvoted number 6. Dean's here. Hey, what's up, iBasher? What's up with you, Basher? Angelo Minichello, who's going to do a big unboxing live on the channel. I can't wait. We're in discussions on how we're going to do it. We're going to do a little test thing. It's going to be great. I don't know what's in the box, but I'm very excited for him because it's going to make him feel great. Hey, CW Watch enthusiasts. Good evening, Dirk and all the Bashtards. Welcome. Melly C is here. Well, I have a surprise for you. It's not a tangible surprise, but somebody's starting a competition, because I looked through a couple of the Bashtards Gallery, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Let's just say it's a watch with somebody we know and love on it. Al Benedetti sounding like Andrew, working till 6 o'clock. Oh, have to catch the replay later. Well, we'll be thinking of you, ladies and gentlemen. Al Benedetti's working late, so let's all wish him well, and hopefully he gets to hear the end of the show, because the replay's fun, but it's not as fun as when we're live and we can interact and all share, and that's the best part. Andrew is the godfather. He really is. God, you got to give that guy a lot. He works his ass off, man. This is a guy that never ceases to amaze me with he sends me a bunch of emails about his, you know, days and his relations and things that go on in his life, and he's always does it with incredible grace and humor, and you got to love him for that. Andrew rocks. Everybody knows. Hitch she is here. Hey, upvote all. Yeah, please, if you can. It would be great. You know, it would be great. Heavy Driver says, Dirk, getting rough in NYC, Columbia. You way southeast of that? I'm not even in the same borough as that. Melly C, I can't wait. I love a bit of competition. Wow. it's not here. You know why it's not here? I was going to say, where's my good grief watch? My good grief watch is in its case in the living room. I usually have them all on the desk, but I don't have it here right now. But anyway, not sure if Carolyn is in the house. Hey, Carolyn, are you here? Carolyn, can you hear me? But how do I contact her about a pen? Send. I'll forward her your email, my friend. Absolutely. Her beautiful pens, and I always want to say I want to pick her pen up, but I carry it. My bag's not in the room. Nothing's in my room tonight. In the studio, as they say. I use her pen every single day. It is one of the most beautiful writing instruments I have ever touched in my life. And my father-in-law is a tremendous pen guy, collections galore. And man, I didn't think I was going to be able to get it back from him. It's like that. Are you guys all watching Ripley? There's that scene where he touches the pen and like he knows he wants it, and then he has to wait and he has to kill the guy to do it. Anyway, I hope I'm not giving any spoilers away. But there was also an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. I don't know if that's internationally accepted, that show, but it's the guy who wrote Seinfeld, and he's a big personality, Larry David. And he talks about if somebody's got a beautiful pen, you should admire it, and hopefully they'll give it to you. Just a ridiculous scam. Hitesh sees a hey, congratulations, Rangers fans, on making the second round. Hope we win 2 over the Predators. I'm not the biggest hockey fan in the world, but of course you can't. I'm a Mets fan. I'm a baseball guy. It's amazing how the city kind of comes together when one of the sports teams, not the Yankees though, for some reason, it's just because they've won so many times. There's almost like I guess it's like being a Cubbies fan, because it's such a dominant team in this city that and I don't hate the Yankees by any stretch of the imagination, and I've been to many Yankee games, usually if they play the Mets, but it doesn't, the fervor isn't as loud as like when the underdogs are in it. And the Rangers, Rangers and the Islanders, what can I tell you? Who's the most winningest? My nephew Quinn, who's a hockey fanatic, would know this off the top of his head. Dirk doesn't know everything. Who's the most winning NHL team in history? Is it like the Bruins or I don't know that. I'd love to know. So somebody tell me. Hello, E. Stewart Hall. I think Carolyn sells her pens through Instagram. She might very well do that. I could ask her. Dean says, Dirk, you're getting quite a watch collection. I sure am. Through the kindness of people and the channel and all this amazing stuff that's been going on with iBashers. Really and it's eclectic too, because I'm not precious about a lot of things. I'm precious about gifts and thoughtfulness. Thoughtfulness gets me over, some high ticket item any day. Of course, I got a Milgauss, which is insane, and I love it. But I took the Speedy reduced over the much more expensive Aquaterra green dial because it's just more me. I don't care about that stuff. I care about the thought behind it. I think giving gifts is one of the most wonderful things you could do for somebody. A note, a letter, a phone call at the right time, something to just cheer up somebody's day. I mean, it's the very least we can do as humans, because we can think, we can talk, we can help people, we can have a conversation, and just knowing that somebody's thinking about you goes a long way. So, it's like my little adage at the end of the thing. E. Stewart Hall says my hair looks fantastic. Well, thanks, because I did nothing to it. It just grows out of my head like a lunatic. I got almost a crew cut like 3 weeks ago. My hair grows really fast. That's why I was able to grow my hair crazy long. 20. So the last Hitman show was 2022. Right after the very end of the pandemic. It was April 1st, I think. And we opened up for Queensryche. And Queensryche, oh, my light just gave me a little blinky blink. My new lighting system, my new studio system. I worry about that, it's a lot of wattage. I have these big diffusers now. I'll put a picture up on Instagram just to show you guys like what it is. It's these big, giant kind of studio lights with, because I needed to fix my lighting in here. It was just kind of dull. Machines look so nice. He's got diffusers. So I had these. I didn't buy them. I had them because I'm not going to say I directed But the last couple of Hitman videos that we did, I made them, and I was the guy that's like, you gotta, I didn't film it. I shot everybody shot themselves, and then they sent it to me, and I final cut it. But the scenes I was in and John was in, I shot those, and I bought lighting. This was during the pandemic when the last Hitman record came out, and I bought all this stuff. I learned how to light. I found out how to get rid of shadows, how to use green screens, all that kind of stuff. And it was sitting in my manager's house for 2 years. And I think I mentioned to you guys, thank you, Eastwood Hall. It's nice of you. It's nice of you. I digress on my hair looks good. My manager died. He died unexpectedly in his sleep last January, a year ago January. It was very shocking to all of us. He was a friend of the band's for 30 years. And he had recently come back into our lives in a major way. He lived out in Los Angeles. He moved to New York, and he said, listen, I've got the ability to manage you guys. I really want to do some stuff with you. And I don't think he really knew how to be a manager, but his soul was in it. And he was one of the nicest people. His name was Nick Orlandino, an incredible fellow whom we love and we miss a lot. And so I had all this stuff in his house, and then he died. And then there was chaos there because he lived alone. And it took me forever. And I finally just saw John, my guitar player, who was able to go over there and get Hitman's gear out of there. And so I didn't need it, but now that I have it, I have a studio lighting for my show, which is great. But anyway, so I go back to that. So the last Hitman show before the Queensryche show was in Greece, and I looked like a banker. And I was just like, that can't look. So I said, I'm going to grow my hair long. We're going to go on tour. We've got this new record we're working on. We're going to do this big tour. And so I started growing my hair really, really long. And it didn't take very long, like a year and a half. I got it down to my waist. I mean, it was absurd. But that's what happened because the pandemic happened. So I didn't cut my hair. I'm just at home drinking Barolo and FaceTiming all my friends. So it grew really, really long. And then the pandemic happened. So there was no touring. I'm walking around with like Cousin It hair, and that had to go. So finally I got rid of that last year, but my hair grows back so fast. So if I ever wanted really long, people are like, why don't you just wear a wig? I'm like, cool. You don't wear a wig and rock. You don't do that unless you want to be Bret Michaels or one of those guys that have their hair attached to their cowboy hat. It's not a good look to do that. It's as bad as lip syncing. And everybody does that now. I'm drinking some of my delicious Kimbo coffee. You ready for this? This is how iBashers works. Not only are you guys incredibly wonderful people, but I posted a picture a couple of days ago on my Instagram about Kimbo, how much I liked it. I got an email from Kimbo, and they actually sent me coffee this morning. I got coffee this morning from Kimbo, which is a Neapolitan brand. They're from Napoli in Italy. And they asked me what kind of coffee I liked. And I said, I'd like this. And it's not like they didn't send me a year's supply of coffee, but they sent me a bunch of coffee. And I was just so amazed by that. Because in this world, I guess cross promotion is everything. So I don't know, but thank you. I'm drinking it, and it's really, really good. And I'm, they didn't. Nobody pays me to pimp anything, but they did give me free coffee, so it's delicious. If you like a really medium to dark, intense espresso roast, it's really very, very good. Anyway, I think I lost. Okay, Montreal Canadiens 20. Well, isn't that? Of course, it's the Canadiens. Of course. Thank you so much, Hitesh C, for that. Everybody's at it. Heavy Driver, Habs. What does that mean? What does that mean? Nathaniel Hannon on BASHERS.com. Hey, it's Kevin Hawthorne, everybody's favorite guy that knows everything about buses in Lakeland, Florida. Great to see you in the room. Le Fleur and old time hockey. There's a package on your stoop. Should be anyway. That is my dear friend Emmett O'Malley, the younger brother of my partner in crime, Oisin O'Malley. There's a package on my stoop, or it should be anyway. I hope it's your wife, because I know she's in town, and we're planning to get together tomorrow. It's Dana tomorrow. It's only a day away. It's always the worst song. First of all, and Emmett was there, so this is a moment I'll never forget. And I've said it before on the show, and I know she's like, you're like a broken record. we go out to this beer place with them and their friends who all have kids. We don't have kids. And, their kids are all around the same age and they're, going around. And this one friend of theirs is passing around an iPad of their kids singing in like the whatever play it is, whatever. And so the iPad comes and I just go like this and I move it on. She goes, "You don't want to watch the kids sing?" And I said, "Watching children sing is one of the most painful things in the world." And she goes, "You're a fucking monster." Because it always sounds like tomorrow. Of course, I was kidding, but she looked at me. Anyway, we were fine after that. And I'll never forget it because it was such a shitty thing to say. For me, it's just terrible. Anyway, send me an email. Let me know what you're talking about because I can't look at text right now because I'm on my phone. Dean, 3 pound super sticker. That one is so namaste, right? It makes you feel like you want to get into shavasana and just lie down. In my yoga practice, which I did for 10 years and I miss it greatly. They closed, they're gone. It was right around my block, so I had no excuse. I would flop out of bed or just stop what I was doing and get there, and I would never, ever regret that I went because I did hot yoga and then it escalated into hot vinyasa because hot yoga is an hour and a half. That's really long. So vinyasa is 1 hour and it's very quick. But my beautiful, and he's another departed guy, the beautiful, beautiful Marco, who died very young from a very strange cancer. It was the son of the owner. His class was so special because he used to play harmonium during the class. And he had a headset and he'd turn all the lights out. And then at the end of the practice, when you're drenched in sweat and you've exhausted every single muscle in your body, you'd lay down in the dead man's pose, which is known as shavasana. And he would put on like Because by the Beatles, or he'd pick the most perfect song. And then he'd come around and put ice cold eucalyptus washcloths over your forehead. It was magical. It was magical. How I got to that, I don't know. Gosh, man. Hey, man. Hello, folks. Ray's here. Hey, it's good to see you. Great to be. Always great. He's from the west of Ireland. It was really funny. Last night, we're flipping around on YouTube, and somehow, you know what they're doing now? People are putting entire movies on YouTube, but they're changing the titles. And Braveheart was on. I think it was called like Sword Quest or something. I have not seen that movie in 1,000 years. It's a little bit hokey, but it's a lot of it great. And I love how they go and they get the Irish conscripts to help the crown out. Yeah. And then they get to the middle of the huddle, right? Like where they're about to, and then they just turn around and then they all attack. It's freaking amazing. I really, really enjoyed that. Bert Dundee. Hi, guys. I always love your picture. It's beautiful. By the way, is that a famous illustration? It's quite beautiful. I'm always very taken by it. So I love seeing it. Thank you so much, Bert Dundee. Carolyn Martin, can you please post you want 1 million and share it with I want 1 million. I want the world. I want the whole world. I want baboons and 1 million balloons, and I want it soon. It's crazy. I play the lottery. Do you guys play the lottery? And then, like, when you get the ticket, you just go, "Here's what I do with the money." I do it. I $2-4. I don't play a lot of money because I'm not a gambling man. I'm just not, because I don't make a lot of money and I don't have it to just. I see people there 645 straight, 241 box. They're there for a half an hour throwing out these numbers that they play all the time. I just play like the Mega Million and the regular lotto, and I'll often play it. When it's really, really big, maybe I'll play $2 because I'm not going to win that anyway. But when it's smaller, I'll play $4 or $6. It depends. I mean, dollar in a dream, and it's true. Someone does have to win it, right? So, can you please post you want to share and share? I'll share it with you. I'll share with all of you. That's my deal. If I win the lottery, you Bashtardos, you're coming with me. We're gonna have a big Italian vacation. There's not that many of us. What are we? How many subscribers do I have? 2,000 and something. I know who the real ones are. I know who you are. I'll just buy a big place in the south of Italy and we'll just all go there, Dean says, wow, that is quick, Dirk. Long hair is great. More styles and choices. Wear it up. Wear it up. I like to wear it up, especially if I'm going to the opera. Whatever takes your fancy. You know what it is? It got to the point where I just felt, but even when I was young and I had really long hair, I always felt like it was a theatrical prop because I have this method where I wrap it because my hair is very straight. I would wrap it and throw a baseball cap or a hat or a tam or whatever on there. And I wouldn't wear it on the street long. I didn't walk around with long hair. So when I had it this way, I was doing the same thing all over again and I had no shows. I did one show with waist length hair and it looked cool, but I didn't want to keep it. Scotty H, my Kimbo order arrives Thursday. I should guess a coffee maker. Which one did you get, Scotty H? Lord H. Saya. I'm so excited. You know what? Listen, I've tried a lot of coffees, and before this, I still think Julius Meinl is one of the most delicious. That's the beautiful coffee that Michaela Jashadian turned me on to. That is incredibly. The word I think I'm looking for that is it's exquisite. It seems extremely reserved. It's got a very kind of demure behavior about it, whereas Kimbo is just like, hey, pop. You just get popped in the head. It's big and it's bold and it's robust, and I really like it. Billy G is here. Hey, Billy G. Evening, folks. Billy, Canadians logo has an H in it. Oh, wow. I'm amazed that. Thank you so much for that, Angela Minichello. The habitants. I didn't even know what that. The Canadians, is that what that means? And Nathaniel Hannon, you're like, the weirdest servant. You know everything about. Is there anything Nathaniel Hannon doesn't know about? My God, it's incredible. I had no idea. Hey, it's Oisin O'Malley. Only Dirk could misinterpret. There's a package on your stoop. He means he sent you something with UPS or whatever, and it's been left on your stoop and you haven't gone down to grab it. I was just outside the house right before the show. I was at Rose's next door, so I came up. I didn't see it. I thought he was being cryptic, and it meant like Dana was here, which I would have been very happy to find out. Oh, Oisin. Wait a second. Hold on a second. You slay me, mister. You slay me. Kieran P is here. Hello, Dirk. Hello, Kieran. Here's my sister. I would rather have a C-section with no anesthesia than do hot yoga. Here's a funny story. So I took a lot of people to hot yoga. Listen, you have to work it. I've thrown up twice from it. Once was in the very beginning. So, but I once took this muscle dude from my old job, and he's like, yoga's for pussies. You guys can. Why would anybody want to do that? It's like girls and stuff. I'm like, yeah, there's very beautiful girls there. And then he went, all right, maybe I want to go. Guys are horrible. So I took this guy, and he was like, literally 10 minutes into this thing, he laid down on the mat and never got up. And then right after the thing, he went to the bathroom and threw up. Because yoga's hard. But you do get used to it. And I had never been so limber in my life. It was great for me. And I just, it's not there anymore. You'd like it. I think you'd like it. I think you would. I was guessing it was Da Vinci, but I wasn't sure. The head of Leda. Beautiful. Dean's got some nice photos of fruit. I don't like fruit. Don't really enjoy it at all. Alan Gilbert says, upvote, please. If you can just hit the thumbs up button, like, subscribe, hit that bell, because, it helps the channel out immeasurably. Tobster McDonkey, everybody's favorite right-wing pundit, is here, and he's mine especially. Jeffrey Epstein, the infamous one, won the lottery multiple times. One jackpot was $30 million paid out to his trust. Is that true? That guy won the lottery? Well, he didn't in the end now, did he? Wait a second. You know a guy that won $200 million in that. So is he doing well? And was he able to, because you see all of these with the lottery, you always see these people who get all this money, and it just makes me think of one particular friend that me and my close friends all know, who would blow that money in a month. You see all these sob stories about all these people who go into debt after they won $150 million. I don't. I mean, maybe because I've known how to live on $100 a month because I've had to sometimes. That's that's amazing to me how that could happen. I guess you get like I need the McLaren and I want a 1959 Les Paul, and I guess that's true. Ray Ray says I'm your lottery. Aw, Easy E, $5 super sticker. As we like to say in yoga, namaste, motherfucker. that's what my yoga teacher used to say all the time, which I always thought was really, really funny. You got here late, Easy. What did you miss? Not much. We're just, the initial chat, digressing, making left turns, making right turns. Something's on my step. I'd love to know what it is, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but you gotta do it. Actually, I'll do it like this. I don't know what it is, but you gotta do it. It's a great song by a great artist. If anybody knows who that is, let me know. And Emmett, I know who you know it is. You don't. Most people don't. I know your brother has no idea who that is. And that's fine. CW Watch Enthusiast says, I sent 2 emails to the Bashtards Gallery. Please skip the first one with with the Chris Ward. Oh, I saw it. Watches, the quality is dire. I sent you a much more interesting second email of a vintage Rolex I own. I saw them both. Okay, I'll skip it. But, I didn't think it was terrible. The one I told you to get, which was the barista ristretto coffee by Kimbo, and the other one was Napoli. Really good. Easy says, Dirk, I'm having some Morton Williams melon. That store, Morton Williams in New York City, is like a high-end supermarket. Like, every time I've ever been to Italy, they've got these chains of stores, and they just put everything we have in the States to shame. It's terrible. Even like Dunn stores in Ireland. You go in there and everything's so fresh and delicious and organic, and they're not calling it organic. Every time I've ever gone into Morton Williams, I feel like I'm at a taxi stand at 4:00 in the morning. They have this terrible lighting, and the people in there are weird, and it's so expensive. And they choose like these locations, like an old bank building, or a deconsecrated church. They have all these fancy locations, and just every time I've been in there, the only thing I like about them is the bags. Europe has way better supermarket options than America does. You think America, you think of, giant boxes of Doritos and giant bags of Doritos and, gallons and gallons of Pepsi. And it's true, kind of, sort of, Vasilios, who's in Greece, says, win it, and I'm following. I'm there. Listen, if I win the lottery, I only need X amount of money to be happy, really, to be comfortable and happy for the rest of my life. I mean, I like nice stuff as much as the next guy, but like, I wouldn't be like, yeah, I want that, and I want that, and I want that. I wouldn't do that. Scotty H says, yeah, espresso Napoli, yeah. Topster says, it was this douche that did all the training for Denon Audio. He won 200 million, and I don't really know him, but went to many of his product training sessions. Well, I was so 200 million. Then they taxed. Did he get 200 million, or was that the money before taxes? Because you wind up with still a lot of money. People are like, can you believe, man? I won $350 million and I only got like 190. Listen, if that can't do it for you, you're in a lot of trouble. Dean with the 2-pound super sticker. Cha. Gotta love the cha. Vaughn's here too. Come on, go pick up your package already. We talked among us. Is it really here? Should I go downstairs and get a package? I'll do it. Everybody give me a thumbs up if you want me to go do that. Give me a thumbs up. Give me in the chat. I will. I'll run downstairs. It's no problem. Jim Lassick is here with $4.99. Jim, we miss you. I haven't seen you for a while. I love all your pictures and all your stuff and all your wonderfulness. So let's give you a big bang because you deserve it, my dear friend. I want to go, dun, 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 but like that's like inappropriate nowadays, right? All right, everybody says go get the package. Okay, give me 1 second and I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back. And I did indeed get a package from Emmett O'Malley. It wasn't there when I came up here. Carolyn says, let's talk behind Dirk's back. You definitely can. I ran down 3 flights of stairs. Melly C was shocked by the size of the soda bottles. You should be more shocked by the size of everybody's ass. Americans are so fat. Go to Europe. I mean, they invented new sizes. The average American waist is 38 inches. It's an unboxing. It's an unboxing. What is this? Super 7. Pitney Mouse. I don't know what the hell this is. What is this? This is Murray. Emmett, you're crazy. This is so funny. This is Murray from all the Dio records, the Holy Diver, all the Dio, Ron James Dio solo records. They had this demon named Murray on. Why his name is Murray, I don't know. But look at this. It says, collect them all. I didn't know Ronnie James Dio had an action figure. You know what I'm going to do, Murray? I'm going to put Murray with, hey, everybody, this is Paul Stanley from Kiss. You know, when I'm not out on the road, I'm just picking up girls and counting my cash. Because if you can't get it with Gibson or a Marshall, you just can't get it. In the meantime, I'm going to hang out with my friend Murray because he's a demon. And I've got my own demon, and his name is Gene Simmons. Emmett, legendary. Did you just see this and just have to make sure I had it? This is crazy. He actually has the chain. I don't think I have that album super handy. But anyway, you know what's really funny? The other day I saw it in my room and I don't know where it was. Anyway, you're out of your mind. Screen cap. Oh my God, Topster was the jackpot was 196 million. The guy was a total dick too. It's always the dicks get it. I want to hear that farmer got it that was about to have his farm taken away from him. I want to hear that. You know, that's what I want to hear. Carolyn Martin, she said she was going to talk behind my back. He says, finally. Dirk's doing a Timmy. Recall when he did that also and yelled for the roommate, but she wasn't even home. That's funny. Carolyn Martin says, I need super chats. He needs super chats from us to keep from getting a real job. That would suck. I love not having a regular job. Let's all hide before he gets back. That's really, really good. Why does Dirk always have a black? No, I'm wearing a polo shirt today. I usually wear, I wear a navy blue jumper because it looks better on the show. It's contrasty. And I don't wear white because I need to lose 20 pounds. Scotty H, how about those Cubs? Thank you so much. Make sure I don't have anything going on here. Emmett's a kook. You are a total kook. And Melly C says she was shocked about the amount of bad toxic. I think that's true everywhere. The only thing I know that is America is the only place that's allowed to put high fructose corn syrup inside soda. And, everywhere else has to use pure cane sugar. I mean, sugar is whatever, as you know, I'm back on the diet. I haven't quit the diet soda yet. But I will. But I don't, sugar is not a thing for me. I know a lot of people love sugar. It's not a thing. I don't really care about sugar. I don't mind some nice chocolate, really great chocolate, but that's not really it. Anyway, I wanted to mention two of the most wonderful bastards, Gary and Susan, and they are wonderful people who come on the show very rarely, but they are on Patreon and a bunch of stuff. And they are just such wonderful people. I want to give them a big shout out, how much I appreciate them. You know what they started doing? We started sharing recipes. Now, as a vegetarian person, and I have been for almost my entire life, um, he said something very interesting that a lot of people are afraid of vegetarian food because it's just a lot of extra work. And sometimes you have to be a little bit more creative to get the flavor because we're so used to people adding sausage or beef or chicken broth or any of those things to their regular diets, to start incorporating them into soups and salads and all kinds of recipes. And I said, you're right. A lot of people don't. And it took me a really long time. And I love to cook, as you guys know. I'm a avid cooker. It gives me joy to cook. It gives me joy to bake. I don't ever look at it as a chore. It's my job, and I love doing it. I made a really nice sauce last night, quick. Not as good as Emmett O'Malley's because I think his sauce is probably the best I've ever had. But I love the idea of recipes. So I thought maybe we could do that on like Thursday night. Maybe everybody could send in, as opposed to just the Bastards Gallery, send us something we could all share amongst each other that we could make for the weekend or something fun. Because, sharing is caring. And if you have a dish that's a specialty to you, it doesn't have to be vegetarian. I don't judge people at all. I'm one of those vegetarians that sits down next to Sheen when he has his big Brontosaurus burger. I don't care. It's not my thing. I'm not preaching on the rock. Everybody does their thing, and that's the way it should be. Forcing people to subscribe to all your junk is nonsense, and I hate it. I don't like it at all. But I got Murray in the house. I had a cat named Murray, too, and I loved him. I really did. Emmett says, I had to get it. How weird is that? You are killing me with that, but this is the best part, right? The best part is the back. Collect them all. There's a Ronnie James Dio action figure. Who makes this? Who is this for? I just cannot believe this. I cannot believe that it exists. It was very light. I just could not believe it. This is his wife they were estranged, but she was his manager. She's very Sharon Osbourne-y. For those of you who don't know or the Brock, you know who she is. She's famous because she's famous. Sharon Osbourne famously is married and manages Ozzy Osbourne, and she's just a unapologetic whore for like publicity, and I don't dislike her at all. I know people don't like working with her because she's very ruthless, but I think she's an entertaining person. And I watched enough of her to realize that she had a really tough life. And I actually read her book, and she had a very, very, very sad childhood. Her father was one of the most powerful managers in the world, and he was a gambler, a degenerate gambler. He was mean and cruel, and he made the kids do horrible things. So she came from a tough place. So I'm not going to judge her. She comes off as, she had a lot of plastic surgery, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, this is Wendy Dio is the girl that married Ronnie James Dio like in the 70s. And then they were strange, but she still managed him. She's got a hologram show because when he was popular, he didn't have action figures. Unlike Paul Stanley from Kiss, right, O'Sheen? And Gene Simmons. Everybody's joining Fashionably Late. That's okay, man. Fashionably Late is fine. Easy E, my sister and cousin do a Friday night Zoom cooking thing from their kitchens. It's fun. Hey, you know what? Cooking for people is a great way to show them how much you love them. I love cooking for people. Like whenever we have people over here and they're sitting outside on the patio, I'll be inside cooking. I'll come out every once in a while, have some wine, come back, and everybody's like, "Sit down." I'm like, I'm so much happier making the food, bringing it to the table, and then I'll join you when I'm done. It just makes me happy. It really, really, and truly does. Trinsology says Trisynergy. Thanks for memories. She saved his life. Literally. No, she literally did. She literally, and truly did. Anyway, thank you, kids. Let's get onto the Bashtards Gallery. Gotta highlight all my stuff. Let's start it with Angelo Menichello. What do you got for us? You got some pens, Carolyn. Are you watching? Some beautiful pens. Wow, these are, oh man. I like the bottom one the best. Wow, these are very fancy. Who knew? Like I knew my father-in-law was into them, and I don't know enough, and I'm not going to pretend that I do and say that's the 6705-3 because you know how it is with watches, you know, or the 310.55.10.10.40.1.001. You know, it gets a little we can all get a little geeky because like me and Emmett or me and Sheen doesn't really do it because he's always aware of when people are bored of what's going on. I gotta say he's great. He's got a great ear for that. But like Ashina and I'll start talking about guitars and then we'll just alienate. And Dana and Paul will just be like, was that the 6705-3.2? It just gets boring to people. But these are beautiful. I won't pretend to know what these all are. See they're ballpoints. I don't see any fountain action. I guess you have to kind of retrain yourself. I, in general, do not have good penmanship. I'm left-handed. I don't smear. I hold a pen like a normal person. Don't, like a normal person. I see a lot of lefties do that thing. I do not do that. However, I think it's because I'm rushing. Because when I want to write nicely, I can. And I went to Catholic school. These are beautiful, man. Did you say what they are? I'm going to go back to the email because that's the problem with Gmail. Let me see. These are all Visconti pens. Very nice. Yes, remember, I will always show the pictures on my show because that's what we do. This is the Bashtards Gallery, man. It's about you, me, and everything in between. I don't give a shit about me. What about you? You've all been through my hell in the last 6 months. You've all helped me through that terrible bullshit. More about you is all I have to say. Bert is here. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, Paula. Wow. Wow. Can I say your loom looks freaking amazing? Look at that beast. There's nothing like that. Because I'm never going to get rid of my Speedmaster reduced, and because it's an older watch and the loom is shot pretty much. It isn't completely shot, but it's mostly shot. I don't have a problem because I'm never going to sell it. So even if all of a sudden Speedy Reduced are the new Snoopy, I would consider having it serviced and letting them do that, letting them reloom it. I would. Why not? Because it's mine and it's never not going to be mine. I don't care. I don't care. Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? It's your watch. Do what you want with it. That's what I always say. That's beautiful, man. Is there anything sexier than a Speedmaster? I fight you for it. I fight you. I don't think so. I think they're the sexiest watches ever made. And they're the most legible watches ever made. That's for sure. Oh, Jesus, Ray. What is going on here? Is this your collection? Ladies and gentlemen, it's Ray. I would say Ray is a character, right? One of the biggest characters on the channel. Oh, this is his collection. Look out. You got a lot of watches there, kiddo. You got a world timer down here. I don't know what that is, though. Bunch of Casios, some Timex. I have a Timex now. Oh, look at that. Got an Orient, a lot of Seikos. Wow. Some of these are very okay. I don't know what that is. There's your golden Casio. G-Shocks. Everybody with the G-Shocks. I have a G-Shock now. I know the collection's getting crazy, right? Very cool, Ray. That's a lot to should you give me a list of your inventory and your address? It's Fergal McDermott. It's great to see you here. These aren't the ones you said were crap, right? Because this looks pretty good. Can I blow this up? Yeah, it looks great. These look great. Oh, these are the ones you didn't want me. They look fine. It's the internet, man. That blue is absolutely gorgeous, man. I have to say. Because I don't have a second email from you, so I'm assuming that might be it. Because you said, I'll send you a second email. Oh, no, you did. I apologize. Postscript. Let's go it again. This is yours? Holy smoke show, kiddos. Wow. Wowie kazowazooey. Oh man, that's gorgeous. Everybody just wants a Submariner, or a Daytona. I would want that. This is a way special. It's like last year, a friend of Shane's got a watch, a vintage AP, and it was Audemars and Piguet. I mean, that's really special. This is beautiful. I mean, you'd be tempted to like restore it, but I don't know. I wouldn't. Look at this, is beautiful. No, it looks beautiful. I love you just the way you are. Oh, beautiful. Oh, wow. Oh, look at this action. Hey, man, this is super interesting. Look at this. Now kind of when, other than the, some of now that they have a couple of open case backs, they all kind of look the same. The Rolex movements. They're Sherman tanks for sure, but look how beautiful this is. Wow. That is incredible. Now, which one is this? This is the look for all climates. Timed in 6 positions. 15 joules. Wow. Hey, you guys heard about Omega came out with a new competitor to like Kosk. They have a new thing. It's called like it is called the Laboratoire de Précision. Laboratoire de Précision. They just rolled out a brand new certification for watches. And I guess it has to do with like, last year they came out with the Sparate. And so that's going to be very interesting because, everybody's used to the regular ones. And now there's a whole new certification. And it's not just going to be for, I guess Swatch started it, but they're saying Omega did. These are beautiful shots, man. Gotta say, absolutely beautiful. Thank you, sir. Next up in the Bashtards Gallery. That was incredible, man. That's Fergal, huh? Holy shit. Andrew. Oh, look at your baby. Andrew has 2 29-year-old cats. I got 14, and that wasn't enough. Beautiful. Look at you. Let's look at the lion in the back. Everybody loves them. Everybody loves them. I was allergic to them until I got them. Steve with some steering wheel shots. Let's enjoy that. I know that's a big thing. We get to see the car. Can we see the car in this one? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. It's a Zin. Zin, Zin, Zin. What kind of car is that? It's a Mercedes-Benz. German and German. Zin is German, right? I had that guy, that chef in my restaurant was trying to get me to buy a Zin. It's the Sorcerer's Apprentice. We're going in a totally different direction. I mean, who doesn't love a Mickey Mouse watch? But that's probably like Rolex did make a Mickey Mouse watch at some point. I have to Google that. And some Seiko action. Look, and the guy's playing rugby. Wow. Fantastic. Thank you for that, kiddo. Tuesday is always hard because there's a lot of chat in between the picture shots because, Friday we never get around to it. And actually Sunday I do. Monday we have Watch Fashion Police. And Vasilios. Oh, look what he got to try out in the store. Oh, is this you're in the boutique? Let's take a look. Oh, you are. Oh boy. How bad did you want it? And this is oh no, the Yachtmaster 2 was discontinued. She's a beauty, she's 1 in a million, girl. Anybody name that band? They had a couple of hits. And I think Richard Marx co-wrote that song. Somebody very famous co-wrote that song. I want to say Richard Marx, but I could be totally wrong. Richard Marx is like written a bunch of hit songs, and people don't even remember what they are because he's very under the radar with that. Here's one from Mac. Oh, hey, look at that. Nomos, a brand I don't know a hell about. Sheen said they're a great brand and said that they're cool. On a very masculine wrist with small seconds. Look at that. Perfect fit too, man. I like that. That color is outrageous. Wow. Oh, oh, I like this shot. Okay, look at the lens. The Automatia. That is a very cool looking watch, man. Wow, that bracelet is so Gerald Genta, right? Does that not look super Patek Philippe? It really does. Wow. Oh, look at that. Huh. 3 shots. Thank you for those. Those are great shots, man. You can always see the color of the. I'm dying to see what that Vacheron looks like in the daylight. Somebody tell me if they have a picture of the new green dial Vacheron. If they have that, because when Asheen and the gang were in Watches and Wonders, they were looking through the glass, and the lighting in that place was kind of weird, and I didn't love it. So this is from Dean, and he is going to be showing us his coffee machine transition, and I love it. Cool coffee machines on the eyebashers. That's the way it's got to go, right? That's what he had, the Cafe Corso, and that's his new monster. He got a DeLonghi, and that's the coffee. I love those cups. I had those for a while. They're double, I guess, like a Windows double pane. They're double insulated. They keep your coffee really hot. Look at the crema on that, looking great. Enjoy that with some Kimbo. I feel like I'm like a spokesperson, but I'm not. But that would be cool. I don't mind that. I always say, who is it? I think Shakespeare said there's nothing noble about being a starving artist. And I wholeheartedly agree with that entirely. I didn't think I got to these last week. I didn't. This is Melly C, everybody. Mork and Mindy. And we know who they are, right? With her Longines. Do we look at her Longines? Ultra Chrome. That's beautiful. You have so many surprises, lady. So many. Beautiful. Oh, and there's the kids. Beautiful. That's a beautiful shot. I always love how their whiskers always look frayed at the end. Well, she kills me. I love it. Thank you so much. Did I skip over the one? Somebody sent me a picture, and I'm not seeing it right now. Here's from Steve McDonald with his whiskeys. Hold on. Let's look at your whiskeys. I'm not a whiskey guy, but I get why you are. I wish I loved whiskeys. Wow, 34 years. Jesus. Oh, here's the price tag. $1,300. Wow. Emmett, can you get that in Costco? Emmett always goes to Costco and he shows me the price of like really expensive stuff and the great deals you can get there. And now you got some Japanese single malts. Yeah, I only knew about Hibiki and all that because the bottles are so beautiful, because the Japanese do all the packaging so beautifully. And here's a trio of Macallans, the 30 and 18, and I believe that's the 12. Wow. Of course, the 30 comes in a beautiful box, as it should. Presentation is everything. You know what? Some of these brands don't realize that half the thing is the box. People want to see what's going on in the box. Where am I missing them? I had some pictures. Let me make sure I didn't lose them. This is your crap. Oh, it's Breville. Dude, man, I love Breville. This is Eric. Thanks, buddy. There's nothing wrong with that. Are you making matcha in there, though? I don't know. I would feel weird about putting anything but coffee in a coffee machine. It's like my tea and my coffee stay separate. Listen, Breville makes an amazing stuff, and I think I might have told you guys this story a long time ago. I have one of those compact oven. Actually, I have the smart oven. I had it for 10 years. It decided to crap out. One of the tines broke on it, and I wanted to get another one, but I didn't see the model that I used to have. So I called their customer service, and I told them what happened. And they said, well, why don't you just send it back to us, and we'll see what's wrong with it. I said, okay. And they didn't tell me anything else. So I brought it to FedEx, and I shipped it off. And I got an email and it said, "We have your confirmation number. Here's your tracking number." And I went, "Tracking number?" The next day, I had a brand new, they just replaced it. So Breville has some of the greatest customer service I have ever seen in my life. That's beautiful. This is great because you can really see the pressure. This is, this is what a prosumer, I guess. I don't know. I don't have a problem with that at all. I think it's great. Why not? Hey man, if it makes coffee, and you like it. Here's Bert again. What do you got for us, Bert? Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's roll down the window and take a look. Ow! Wow. And we're looking at quite a lot. Holy smokesies. He's got his Pam. He's got his tutors. Speedy baby. Rolex baby. Dude, you know what that is right there? That's a collection. Happy 60th, Dad. Is that what they got you? Oh, man. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at this. Okay. Base is covered. Ooh, wait a second. Oh, boy. Wow. Oh, you got a big wrist, though. You got the Sea Dweller there. It's a big mama jama. Listen, this is about as well-rounded as it possibly can get. It really and truly is. I mean, you got the sub, you got the Speedy, you have your tutors, you have a Pepsi tutor. What is that called? The Diet Pepsi, right? You have the beautiful Black Bay, and you have the Pam. That's a perfect collection, Bert. I mean, really, as far as like curating a watch collection, I mean, you're covering all the bases here. I mean, okay, so you don't have a dress watch. Where's the Calatrava or where's the DeVille? Beautiful, man. If you were to wear Bert, if you were to wear a watch, one of these watches with a suit, which one would it be? I'm gonna say the Submariner. No, not the Sea Dweller. Sorry, I would say that because I don't know. I think subs with a suit look cool. I know we have Watch Fashion Police, and we talk about wearing the perfect watch with the perfect suit. And I know it's a dive watch, but I just think it looks elegant. I just do, and I know Emmett agrees with me too. I know it. I know he does. I know you do because I know you do. Well, I somebody sent me a picture. I want to make sure I don't forget it. Find it. Bear with me 1 second because I saw a picture that I don't think I got. Did I miss one? Where did it go? I hate when I can't find pictures. I saw it. I saw it in the gallery, and it had Snoopy on it, and that's why I was priming Melly C for it. But I don't see it now. I will find that, and I'll have that on tomorrow's show. I apologize for goofing that up, but I'm only human. Oh yeah, some garden shots from the Incredible Dean because he's a talented landscape genius. Look at this stuff, man. This guy's amazing. Look at that. Is that for golfing? Is that a putting range? Beautiful tile. Thank you so much. Let me make sure that's the last of the Bastards Gallery for Speedy Tuesday. Yeah, it's good. Great. Thank you so much, guys. Let me catch up on the chats before we wrap it up. Nathaniel Hannon with a super sticker, $4.99. Thank you. Probably going to do a giveaway on Thursday. I haven't decided what, but it's going to be Thursday. And that deserves an extra little bonk, if you don't mind. Thank you so much for that. That square Rolex, what year is it? I would love to get more history on that Rolex because it was unbelievable. And that was from Fergal. Let me see. 1928. Here it is. Okay, he says, "Hey, Dirk, this was my granduncle's watch. It's been in the family ever since. Discovered in his daughter's belongings after she passed in 2019. You can see the condition it was in when it was found. Not good. I had it sympathetically restored. Beautiful idea in 2019. Absolutely gorgeous." Wait a second. There's more shots. Hold on. Hold the phone. There's more. Let's look at more of them because I know you want it. I know you do. beautiful. Hey, man, you don't want to goof around with something of this. That movement is so sexy, man. Look at this. Wow. Hey, old watch lady, you don't have this one, do you? Oh, wow. How the hell did they pull that off? Wow. And how did I do that? Oh, that was before and after, huh? All right, it's just a little bit of. Whoa. Oh, this is very cool. Okay. Sympathetically restored. I like the way you say that. This is absolutely breathtaking, man. How does it run? Look at that. Oh, wow. Wow. I love to watch that guy, the Naked Watch Restore. He's like an Indian English guy, and his kid is always there, and the kid's hilarious. And he does beautiful. He does lovingly, sympathetically restored watches, which I think is beautiful. Wow, thank you so much. I don't know why it didn't continue on. That is really beautiful. Wow. Metas is better than COSC. Yeah, it is. So let me tell you a little bit about this thing that I read. Actually, I can pull it up. Ready? Do you guys know about this? It's very interesting shit. Yeah, here we go. Ready? This was a month ago, and I missed it because of all the other hoopla. And it basically says today Omega further upends the accuracy discussion by launching the Laboratoire de Précision, which is officially authorized as a testing laboratory according to the ISO and the SAS, the Swiss accreditation service. For half a century, accuracy testing has been done by Contrôle Officiel Suisse de Chronométre. We know it as COSC, and the phrase COSC certified has come to define what we consider to be the base of a truly accurate watch. Without COSC, we would not have the iconic watches we know branded as certified chronometers, of course. Now, while Omega is behind the setup and development of this new Laboratoire de Précision, it does not plan to use it just for itself. In fact, it is being built as an independent, neutral entity, the Switzerland of precision watches, if you will. It will be available to any and all brands that wish to certify their watches there. In fact, without this stipulation of neutrality, it's likely the undertaking would not have been certified at all. Very interesting. According to Omega, the Laboratoire de Précision is accredited for and will be measuring movements according to the standard ISO 3159, the defining chronometer standard for a wristwatch. It's developed brand new instruments in-house that allow for tailored testing in various positions and temperatures. Very interesting. Omega says this, so it's now going to be LDP. We're all going to be saying that because it's going to be big. Everybody's going to be into it. To take more accurate measurements during the 15 days of chronometer testing according to the ISO 3159 standard. Amazing, right? Look at that thing. That's the chrono chime. Yikes. Is that one of the most beautiful things you've ever seen in your entire life? Holy shit. Crazy. Yeah. So, yeah, how about that? Omega, Swatch. Can we just say Swatch? Yeah, it's Omega, but it's not really Omega, Ray says he services his own coffee machine once a month. Tough job. It's called Kathleen. You're a pig, Ray. Okay, can we just say that? It's terrible. Easy likes Red Dead Restoration YouTuber. He does great. Yeah, I watch him too. COSC is expected entry level for enthusiasts. Geneva seals so much more. Yeah. Well, let's see what happens. Yeah, Easy talks about $450,000 for that Omega Monster. Yeah, well, it's a lot of money. It's a beautiful watch, and none of us can afford it. Well, some of us. One of you will have it when I win the lottery and I gift it to you. How about that? Anyway, let me just thank all the super gangs and the super chatters that showed up today. Thank you so much for everything today. Thank you for coming on in on this iBashers edition. This is Speedy Tuesday with my 3510.50. And I thank you so much for showing up today. I'll be back tomorrow, same bash time, same bash channel. In the interim, need I remind you that you can send your pictures to Basherdirk@gmail.com. And you share with me, I share it with the world. Ladies and gentlemen, my pantheon of Patreons: Jim Lassick, Andrew Wolkowicz, Go Moto Soto, Nick Sisto, Complicated Time, Fargo McDermott, the beautiful owner of that Rolex, Nathaniel Hannon, Dana O'Malley, Lord Scotty H, Dean McKenzie, Al Benedette, Angelo Minichello, and Gasman 308, and our brand new Patreon. Let's welcome Danny L into the fray. Thank you so much. He often joins us on Watch Fashion Police because he is a man of incredible style and taste. And today, while chatting on the Patreon page, we were talking about his favorite sartorial haunts, and I can't wait to maybe get him on Watch Fashion Police or have him his input. He loves to go to Napoli, and he goes to one of his favorite bespoke tailors, and he's an amazing guy. He's an endless well of knowledge. He taught me things. He teaches me things every time I talk to him because he's so into it, and he wears them every day. That's the difference. I don't, and that's amazing. But thank you to the Patreons. Remember to subscribe to Bashtard and Emmett. Holy diver, you've been down too long in the midnight sea. Oh, what's becoming of me? Gotta say, look out. It's Rodney James Dio and Murray. Emmett, you are a fucking legend. Thank you so much. Carolyn Martin chimes in at the very end with the super chat. That's a big one. Let's give you a big, giant explosion. You are truly the rock that makes me roll. Thanks, everybody. What a great show. Remember, in the future, to say please and thank you. Remember to hold the door open. And remember, when encountering an irate person, somebody who's not exactly very nice to you, remember that they might not be having the same kind of day that you are. Remember that people go through things and they might just be going through something that's really terrible in their life, and they're miserable, and give them a little bit of slack until they prove themselves and you've given them enough rope and you realize that they're a total